Hello, myself Sanjay Bharadwaj, Assistant Professor, Jagannath Institute of Education, JIMS, JMTech, Greater Noida, Uttar Pradesh. Now today my topic is interface between the aspects of learning. There are so many different aspects of learning and we have to create or read or understand the interface between all these aspects. And this topic is of the subject understanding discipline and subjects. So, what is education? Let us start with the education. Education is the process of facilitating learning or acquisition of knowledge, skill, values, beliefs, and habits. Our education begins at home. Thereafter, as we grow, we go to schools, colleges, and other educational institutes. Education brings positive changes in human life. It changes, it enhances the knowledge, skill, and intelligence of a person and enables him or her to lead a successful life. Better education is very necessary for all to go ahead in life and get success. School education plays a great role in everyone's life. The whole education has been divided into three such groups. Number one, the primary education. Number two, the secondary education. Three is senior secondary education. All the division of educations have their own importance and benefits. Primary education prepares the base with which helps throughout the life. Secondary education prepares the path for further study. Senior education prepares the ultimate path of the future. And this is the diagram depicting the teaching learning process. And there are so many boxes and the heading is written in all the boxes. So, and teaching and learning is process is attached with these all points. Next is aspects of learning. Learning has its many different aspects. The most important ones are knowledge, subject, curriculum, books, linguistic background of the learner. Before we learn interface between these aspects, firstly we have to know that what these aspects are. What is knowledge? Knowledge can refer to a theoretical or practical understanding of a subject. Knowledge is a powerful acquisition in life which, when given to someone, does not decrease but increase. A definition of knowledge states that knowledge is a familiarity, awareness, or understanding of someone or something such as facts, information, description, or skill which is acquired through experience or education by perceiving, discovering, or learning. For example, to a student, education means acquisition of knowledge, receiving a degree or diploma. A statesman may claim that it means to train individuals as ideal citizens. A teacher may interpret education as means for creation a new man and new society. Education frequently takes place under the guidance of educators, but learners may also educate themselves. Educational methods include storytelling, discussion, teaching, training, and directed research. Each person interprets the world in terms of his past experience, his needs and purposes. The parents, the teachers, administrators, religious leaders, politicians, and artists interpret the term education in their own ways. This was the education. Now, the next is the curriculum. In education, a curriculum is broadly defined as the totality of the students' experiences that occur in the educational process. The term often refers specifically to a planned sequence of instruction or to a view of the students' experiences in terms of educators or schools' instructional goals. Curriculum consists of a curricular and co-curricular activities. Curriculum can refer to the entire program provided by the classroom, school, or country. Having a curriculum provides several benefits, such as providing a structure for an educational course and having an end goal that teachers set for their students to reach. Curriculum may incorporate the planned interaction of pupils with instructional content, materials, resources, and processes for evaluating the attainment of educational objectives. And this is the diagram showing the knowledge focused curriculum making. You can read and understand easily. There are three circles and four boxes. One circle depicts student experiences, another blue teacher choices, another blue subject specialism, and four boxes are depicting the, the common things in between them. Now, the next is curriculum. After curriculum, it is syllabus. A syllabus is an outline and summary of topics to be covered in an education or training course. It is descriptive. A syllabus may be set out by an exam board or prepared by the professor who supervises or controls course quality. A definition of syllabus states that the syllabus is a contract between the faculty members and their students designed to answer students' questions about a course as well as inform them about what will happen should they fail to meet course expectations. The process of developing a syllabus can be a reflective exercise leading the instructor to carefully consider his or her philosophy of teaching, why the course is important, how the course fits in the discipline, as well as what topics will be covered when assigned will be due, and so on. The next is textbook. A textbook or course book is a manual of instruction in any branch of study. Textbooks are produced according to the demands of educational institutions. Textbooks and other books used in schools. Although most textbooks are only published in printed format, many are now available as online electronic books. A textbook is an organized collection of written, printed, illustrated, or blank sheets made of paper parchment, or parchment is a material used for writing on made from animal skin or made of other material used punched at one side in the binded form. A book consists of many sheets where single sheet is called a leaf and two leaves forms a page. Textbooks provide you with several advantages in the classroom. What are they? Are textbooks provide organized units. A textbook gives you all the plans and lessons you need to cover a topic in some detail. A textbook series provides you with a balanced presentation of information. Textbooks are a detailed sequence of teaching procedures that tell you what to do and when to do it. There are no surprises. Everything is careful spelled out. Textbooks provide administrators and teachers with a complete program. The series is typically based on the latest research and teaching strategies. Good textbooks are excellent teaching aids. They are a resource for both teachers and students. Learning about your student's background. Children possesses a innate language faculty at birth. Most children, even before they start going to school, internalize an extremely complex and rule governed system known as language and possesses full linguistics capabilities. Many a time, children are able to use two or three languages accurately and appropriately when they come to school. They enter the school with a full control over thousands of words and the rules that govern the complex and rich language structure at the level of sound, words, sentences, discourse, etc. Besides, languages provide a bank of memories and symbols that a child inherits from home and society environment. It also acts as the medium of construction of knowledge and hence are closely associated to the thought and identity of the individual. If the child effectively understands and uses the language, he is able to make connections between ideas, people, and things and to relate to the world around. Interface between knowledge and subjects. Knowledge is the sum of the abstract notion that we obtain through a number of aspects in our social and educational life. The prominent part of this is the school. Subjects and disciplines play a vital role in augmenting the level of education. Every discipline gives us knowledge of particular field. We read different subjects in our school and gain knowledge of different fields. Interface between the knowledge and textbook. The main tool of imparting knowledge of any subject is textbook, which is framed and planned as over the learning needs of a particular subject at a particular level. Textbooks are especially important and also helpful for the beginning teacher. Thus, it contributes in expanding knowledge base of a learner. This contention proves that knowledge and textbooks are closely interrelated. In the textbook, the text material to be covered and design of each lesson are carefully spelled out in detail. A textbook may only serve the theoretical aspects, yet it hinges on practical aspects too. Therefore, it plays a vital role in augmenting foundational knowledge of any subjects. Next is interface between the knowledge and curriculum. The curriculum comprises the entire range of subjects and disciplines that a learner undergoes during the course of his learning at school at a particular level. And so is the case with other levels of education like upper, primary, secondary, higher secondary, and higher education levels. Curriculum is the not only the sum of subjects and disciplines, it also contains all other activities that help to augment and explain knowledge of a learner exclusively. Thus, curricular activities and co-curricular activities as well as educational activities performed outside the school are also included in the curriculum. The curriculum as a whole goes on to expand knowledge of a learner. It, in fact, plays the most vital role in expansion of knowledge. Interface between knowledge and linguistic background of learner or learning. Diversity is the soul of India, as we can see diversity of various kinds, including dress, culture, food, lifestyle, but the most important diversity is that of linguistic background. There are spoken a large number of languages in India. In fact, many of our states have been made on linguistic background. The linguistic background of a learner plays a vital role in expansion of knowledge as different linguistic concepts are quite unique in themselves. Each language has its own limitations and positive features, which limit or help to express knowledge of a certain kind. Therefore, knowledge has to be constructive, keeping the linguistic basis of a learner as it also rooted in the culture. Interface between textbook and learning objectives. Textbooks content provides the material that help the learning objective and particular competence achievement. Thus, the curriculum, subject, disciplines, and textbooks of a region cannot be exactly similar as those of other region. This uniqueness should be paid attention to while framing different as facts of knowledge and learning, so that the educational experience becomes common and effective for all regions. And this was the topic showing the interface between the knowledge, subject, curriculum, etc. I hope you understand it very carefully and easily. Thank you.